Come on, come on, come on, come on. We are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening. Listen, let me know where you're watching from on tonight. We are going to do a transformative live. I promise you this is going to be so great. To God be the glory on tonight. Come on, y'all, come in on this thing right now. Come in on this thing right now. We are live. We are live. To God be the glory. Want to bless each and every one of y'all on tonight. God is getting ready to do something amazing. Something so amazing. And so I don't want y'all to miss it on tonight. Y'all tune in on this thing right now. Let us know where you're watching from. Waco, Texas is in the house. My brother Robert Perkins is in the house. What's going on, each and every one of you? Omaha, Nebraska is in the house. Grace will glitch the system. You got to believe that on tonight, that grace will glitch the system. There is something about grace. What's going on, Robert? There is something about grace that will glitch the system. I'll prove it to you on tonight. Y'all come in on this thing right now. We're not going to be long. We're not going to be long. We're going to get everything set up, everything established. But I want to say this first and foremost, as we begin to prepare for this live on tonight, understand this about grace. Literally, grace is not something, and I'm going to get into it in a second, but grace is not something that man can give you. So you don't owe anybody anything. You're not indebted to anybody when it comes down to grace. Understand this, that when God talks about grace, when God talks about giving you grace and his grace is upon you, that literally means that he's going to give you something that you can't obtain yourself. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm seeking God in this season for something that I can't obtain on my own. Well, I'm getting excited. Bless each and every one of y'all. Come on, y'all share it. Bless somebody with it on tonight as y'all coming in on this thing. Y'all know how we do. When God says, I'm giving you grace I'll give upon you. Hey, what's going on, everybody that's coming in on this thing right now? Shout out your city, your state, your location. Let us know where you're watching from. When he says that I'm giving you grace, that literally means that I'm giving you something that nobody else on earth has the power or the capacity to do. And so when God says I'm giving you grace, many of us, here it is, let's be real, we can't go forward because we feel indebted to people. Oh my God, whether it's they blessed us with a job, or whether it is they put in a good word for us, or whether it is they loaned us money in a down season. The reason why many of us can't go on, because watch this, we treat them like they were the provider. Oh my God. And not the one that God used. We treat them like they're the one that did it for us, when it was God. They could have sent anybody to bless us. Yeah, y'all come in on this thing right now. Grace will glitch the system. Come on, somebody shout on tonight. God's grace is about to glitch the system for me. Oh God. Come on tonight. I'm trying to turn all this stuff on and off. That way we have zero interruptions. But I just believe God on tonight that many of you are getting ready to see a transfer of grace like never before. But understand this, that the Bible does speak that we can, oh my God, that we can take advantage of God's grace. Why? Because it's something that is free. It's something that we don't have to work for. It's just given to us. And what's happening is many of us have fell to a society, or many of us have fell to an occultist behavior, because we hooking up with men and women, and we're hooking up with churches and ministries, and we're hooking up with all of these people that are making us feel like a slave, when God is saying grace is, oh my God, grace is so much more than that. And so I love a God that gives me something that I don't deserve. God. Yes, God. Come on, y'all tune in on this thing right now. We about to get it going. Grace is about to glitch the system. I'll prove it to you. But what we need to do is understand what God's grace is and exactly where it comes from. What we need to understand is that God's grace is literally bigger and better than anything that man can offer you. So here we go. I'm through with all of that. So here it is. Grace is about to glitch the system. What are you saying, BJ? I'm glad y'all asked on tonight, because here it is. I was at a point, watch this. I was at a point where I had debt and I had student loans, right? And my student loans were they were crazy. And what began to happen was one day that they called me from a local number. Y'all know how these bill collectors and credit and debt accounts, how they do it. They call you from a local number, and the lady's talking to me plain as day, asking me all my information, asking me who I was. And I began to talk to her. Oh, help me God. I began to talk to her. And what happened as I was beginning to talk to her, Jesus, what happened was we got disconnected on the call. And before we got disconnected, she was telling me the amount of money that I owed. And she was telling me how much I had left to pay on it and all of this. And was I willing to make a $10,000 payment that day? And what happened was I immediately immediately went into prayer and I started praying. And the moment I started praying, my wife will tell y'all the story. The moment I started praying, the phone disconnected. What are you saying? The phone disconnected. And even when the phone disconnected, I was just praying like, God, I don't have the money. I can't pay these people. They talking about it's going to be on my credit if I don't do this. And they talking about it's going to hinder me from being able to advance and buy homes and all of these type of things. You know, we begin to make all of these excuses, but we begin to cry out to God and tell him why we can't do it when God is saying, just trust me. So the phone gets disconnected. I go into prayer. I come out of prayer. Oh, help me, God. I come out of prayer, and when I come out of prayer, the lady calls me back, and I'm like, oh man, they calling back. So I answer the phone, and I come back and get on the phone, and the lady saying, well, Mr. James, I don't know what happened. It may be something wrong with the systems, but right now, as of this moment, it's showing that you don't owe anything anymore. Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. Oh my God, y'all missed it. Grace will cause a glitch in the system that even what man is looking at, oh my God, it will cause man to change his mind. I don't know what happened in the system. I don't know how. I just begin to go into, oh my God, I just begin to go and begin to praise and pray and tell God, thank you. Why? Because you caused the glitch in the system. Now look, they ain't called me back. Oh my God. They ain't called me back and said I owed them any money. And what happened was a couple months ago that I got a check from them in the mail saying that they owed me money. Jesus, what are you saying? Because many of us, we're trying to make these excuses and we don't allow God to come in and do his work. Grace is about to glitch the system like never before. The reason why, oh my God, many of you are in summer school. Catch this in the spirit. Catch this in the spirit. Many of you are in summer school. What are you saying? Because in summer school, it's a short allotted amount of time that you have to get the credit. God is saying many of you, he can't make you go through a full semester in a school year to get this, but he's going to accelerate the process. Why? He's taking you through summer school. That's why it seems like everything is happening so fast. That's why it seems like you've been trusted and you have this greater responsibility so quick. God is saying that I'm putting you through an expedited program. Why? Because I'm getting ready to send you out. But when you go, just know that you're going by my grace. Come on, I know I'm not the only one. God began to minister to me and tell me that, BJ, I need you to understand this. The reason why it's hitting you so fast, oh my God, the reason why I'm doing it for you 20 years ahead of time. The reason why I'm doing it for you 20 years ahead of time before I did it for them. And the reason why it's happening so fast is because I'm taking you through a season of acceleration. And the only way you can get through acceleration is that I got to expedite the process. And so for many of you, it's not that it's happening too fast. God is saying that you're right on schedule, but you got to get to the point where you trust his grace enough. The enemy will try to trick us out of God's grace because he makes us feel like we're not worthy. God said you don't have to be worthy to get grace. Ooh. Grace I give up unto you freely. You don't have to be worthy to get grace. All you got to do is thank him for it. All you have to do is appreciate it and not abuse it. And so watch this. I'll prove it to you because many of us, here it is. You're getting ready to launch a business and your credit score don't match up to what the amount that you need. And God, oh my God. And what's getting ready to happen is, watch this. What your credit score couldn't do, grace is about to do. What your education level couldn't do, grace is about to do. What your bank account couldn't do, grace is about to do. And you have to get to the point where you trust God enough to glitch the system. Jesus literally came into the world. Oh, help me, God. I wish I had some help from a few people. Jesus literally comes into the world, and his responsibility and his job was to go against every systematic approach. Many of you, oh my God, are trying to climb a systematic level. Many of you are trying to climb a corporate structure, but God is saying that I'm going to take you from entry level, oh my God, to salary. I'm going to take you from entry level to supervisory position in less than 6 months. Why? Because I got a grace. Oh my God, I got a grace upon your life, and I got to glitch the system because I need my people in place. So when they ask you, how did you get there? How did you do it? You don't even have what your resume couldn't do, grace is going to do. What your husband couldn't do, grace is going to do. What your wife couldn't do, grace is going to do. God is saying stop depending on people, because he's tearing down the systematic approach, because they telling you got to wait 10 years and they telling you apply. God is saying that I'm going to glitch the system and I'm going to give you what I want you to have. What I love so much about Jesus is that I don't have to be qualified to get grace. Help me, God. I don't have to be qualified to get grace. And see, when people speak to you about qualifications, when people speak to you about resumes, what they're saying is it's a certain protocol that come with it. But oh my God, one of my great friends, he said the other day, help me, God. He said the other day, we were both ministering at an event. Pastor Patrick Hines, he blessed me with this. He was up and he was speaking, and he said that, watch this, he knew he had felonies on his record. Oh my God, who am I talking to on tonight? He knew he had a bad background. Y'all not gonna help me praise him on tonight. He said he knew he had felonies. He knew he had a bad background. But what happened was, oh my God, he said, if you can just get me in the room with the interviewer. Oh my God, he was getting jobs that they said he was disqualified for. Why? Because grace got him in the room. Oh my God, he was getting interviews from things that he shouldn't even be allowed to do. Why? Because grace glitched the system. What are you saying on tonight? You got to get to the point where you trust God more than what the situation is saying. You got to get to the point where you trust God more than your bank account. How are you preaching this to me? Why are you telling me this? Because I've been in situations where I didn't have the money and God still made a way. Do you know what that was? That was his grace. I've been in a situation where I had to sleep in my car, and I thank God nobody came up and robbed and killed me. Do you know what that was? That was God's grace. I've been in a situation where me and my wife were sleeping on a mattress on the floor because we were trying to make ends meet and keep the lights on, because we were going through a struggle season of our life. Do you know what that was? That was God's grace keeping me in spite of. Come on, somebody begin to declare, in spite of. In spite of. I don't care what you're going through. I really don't. I just need you to declare, in spite of. Oh my God. I know that the situation is jacked up. I know that it's going wrong. I know I gotta go to this job and the people don't like me. They hate me. They look at me with disgust. They treat me bad. They're racially profiling me, and they act as if I'm not good enough and I'm not worthy. But you gotta learn how to declare, in spite of. Oh, help me, God. Oh, there it is, Jacqueline. Though he slay me, in spite of. That in spite of literally means that I'm not going to let my situation predicate the promise that God has on my life. And so when you get to the, okay, y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like it. Okay. There was a woman caught in the act of adultery, humiliated and embarrassed. Oh, help me, God. Help me, God. And found herself being presented and being judged. Do you know not only the woman's life was spared, but she was restored. And everybody that accused her had to leave. What are you saying? That means that grace glitched the system. I know you've been embarrassed. I know you've said and did things that were unpleasing to God. But what happened was grace glitched the system. All she had to do was repent and ask God for forgiveness, and grace glitched the system. She should have been dead. She should have been stoned according to the law. But God stepped in, and Jesus, oh my God, his grace glitched the system. Whatever you do, don't take your grace from me. Oh, yes, God. Okay, y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like that. Okay. David, even though he was a skilled warrior, he was going against somebody that was 3 times his stature. He was going against somebody that had a resume for combat. He was going against somebody, oh my God, that had way more experience than him. I need y'all to hear me on a whole nother level tonight. He was going against somebody that was qualified for combat. He was going against somebody that had multiple years of experience in battle. He was going against somebody that was stronger than him, that was mightier than him, that had more than him. And many of you are faced up against a giant right now. I can see it right now where they got your resume and their resume on the table, and they're saying that this candidate is more qualified. They're saying that this candidate has more experience, but it's something about David. Oh my God. It's something about David that's unlike anybody else. It's something about David that I can't seem to shake. I know he's not qualified to be king. I know he's a shepherd boy. I know he doesn't have the experience in fighting in battles, but what happened was God was training him for this graceful moment his entire life. You think that you're going through this for no reason. You think that you're going through this and you're just going to live and die. God say, no, those boyfriends was where I was training you. Those jobs where you were hired and fired in less than months, that's where I was training you. Those situations where people walked out and left you, that's why I was training you for the very moment of your life right now. David was literally able, hear me, he was literally able to defeat the giant, not because he was the best at what he did. I need somebody to hear me on tonight. You're not getting the position because you're the best at what you do. You're getting it because of God's grace. You're not getting the position because you're the most qualified. You're not getting the position because you got the most experience. You're not getting the position because you've been kissing up to the bosses, but you're getting the position. You're not getting the business because, oh my God, because you got money in your bank account. You're not getting the business. Why? Because you've been watching all these YouTube videos. You're not getting the business. Why? Because you've been following behind all of these people. But it's only going to come through the grace of God. Grace glitches the system. It's only going to come by God's grace. David went up against somebody, hear me, because you are looking at your situation and you're comparing it to somebody, but you're leaving out that you got grace on your side. Y'all don't like that. Elijah was getting ready to go up against prophets of Baal. The scripture says that it was over 400 of them. I believe 450 if I'm not mistaken. And he was standing alone by himself. And he said that y'all can call on y'all God and I'm going to call on my God. Now you would have looked at the numbers and said that surely one of them should be able to get a breakthrough. Surely one of them should be able to get some type of miracle. Surely one of them should be able to get some type of sign, wonder, and miracle. But what happened was Elijah had God's grace on his side. And all I'm trying to tell you is that it might, oh my God, you may be isolated, but you're never without grace. You may be, oh my God, in an incident or accident, but you're not without grace. You may got a report from the doctor that was bad and it rubbed you the wrong way, but you're still not without grace. You could be in between jobs or even at one that you don't want to work, but you're not without grace, because grace will literally come in and shake up and glitch the system. What I love about grace is that grace says, she's not qualified. Okay. He got felonies. Okay. She got a bunch of kids. Okay. He used to run women all night. Okay. She used to be an alcoholic. Okay. What's next? Grace is literally looking in the face of the enemy and saying, what's next? Because while you are talking about what's disqualifying them, I'm already setting them up to be anointed. While you are talking about what they can't do and what's holding them back, I'm already provisioning them for better. And so somebody on tonight just got to declare that grace is about to glitch the system. Come on now. We speak to every entity on tonight. We speak to every corporation on tonight. We speak over every debt that is unpaid. Oh my God. We speak to every relationship, my God, that has been up pending and under request. We speak to every family that is in turmoil right now. We speak to every bank account that is in the negative and insufficient funds. Okay, y'all don't like that. I'll go here with it, because Paul was begging Jesus, remove this thorn from me. Take it away from me. Take it out of me. It's painful. It hurts. I can't deal with it. I can't do it no more. And Jesus began to declare, God began to speak out, and he says, listen, I need you to understand that my grace, Oh God, my grace is sufficient. That means whatever it is I'm lacking, I can find it in his grace. Oh my God. That if I'm lacking accountability, I can find it in his grace. Come on now. If I'm lacking ambition, I can find it in his grace. If I'm lacking desire for the will of God, I can find it in his grace. If I'm lacking a healing, if I'm lacking finances, I can find it in his grace. It's only going to come through his grace. He tells him, you don't have to worry about taking that out because my grace is sufficient. So he was basically instructing him that you're not going to lose out on anything because my grace is sufficient. And somebody got to begin to declare, God, I need your grace. I need your grace. Come on now. Come on now. I need your grace. I need your grace. We speak over every systematic approach. I even speak to the churches right now that's telling you, you got to go through all of these classes in order to teach. That's telling you that you got to labor and be an armor bearer for 10 years. That's telling you that you got to serve on the usher board for 5 years. That's telling you that you got to sing in the choir even though you got a word. God is saying right now, I'm expediting the process because I need authentic word to come out. I'm expediting the process because I need to put my people in positions. Oh my God. And so when they ask you, how did you get this? Just say, I was graced for it. When they say, how are you here now? Just say, I'm graced for it. When the company booms and people are losing their mind, just say that I was graced for it. Understand that it wasn't no man, it wasn't no money, it wasn't no company, but it was only God's grace. Yes, God, on tonight, listen, I need each and every one of y'all to do me a favor. Share this and bless somebody with it on tonight. Because many of us are failing because we have yet to receive God's grace. And it's free to us. It's free to us. It don't cost you anything. Because what happens with man, when man makes a promise, it's always at a price. But Jesus say, I already paid the cost. Imagine walking into a restaurant and they tell you you can order whatever you want off the menu because it's already covered. That's what God's grace is doing. I told people at church Sunday that before we had a chance to mess up, God had already died. While we were yet sinners, Christ died. He said, I paid it all. Oh my God. I paid it all. And so I need you to understand this on tonight, that God is getting ready. It's going to feel unusual. Like it's going to be, it shouldn't be unexpected because we're talking about it. But it's almost going to come to a shock for you. Like, wow, God, how did I get here so quickly? Or how did that happen so fast? Or how is it that I went from eating noodles 4 times a week to now I eat noodles because I want to and not because I have to? Or why is it, God, that I went from a piece of a job to now owning my own business? Or why is it, God, that I was falling into so much temptation and now that taste is really, literally removed from me? Or why is it, God, that I was procrastinating so much and now I can't find time to sit down because I'm working on what you have for me? And God is saying it's literally coming because I'm funneling grace. Yes, God, on tonight. Oh, man. So if you're believing God on tonight, I just need you to just speak a word over your life and say, God, grace me. Come on now, God, grace me. That's it. Just begin to declare, God, grace me. Grace me for the opportunity. Come on, grace me for the next season. Grace me for your blessings. God, grace me. Oh my God, for the position. God, grace me for the ministry. God, grace me for the business. God, grace me for the family. God, grace me for the ministry. God, grace me for the marriage. God, grace me for what you're getting ready to birth out of me in this season. God, I just need you to grace me. Just grace me. Wrap me in your grace. Wrap me in your grace, because if I'm in your grace, that means the enemy can't do anything with me. If I'm in your grace, that means I'm not lacking or losing anything that I need. If I'm in your grace, God, that literally means that you're trying to bless me like never before. And so, God, I thank you. I thank you for gracing me on tonight. God bless you. God to keep you as always is our prayer. Keep pushing, pray, prepare, and praise until something happens in your life. Share this. Bless somebody with it on tonight. Let's get this word across the globe.